Outer Worlds 2, which I still call Outer Wilds 2 every fucking time and get it wrong, but it's Outer Worlds. Yeah.
You want to talk about good voice acting and good writing. Oh my God.
That is out. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm curious for you, jumping into that world. You played the first one, so I think you had a different experience for me. But for me, jumping into the Outer Worlds 2 was like getting hit with a book in terms of all of the lore, as it were.
Yep.
And it was almost kind of a wall that I wasn't able to permeate until like 5 or 6 hours had passed, and I was finally like, all right, when they say that, they mean that's what this org is. That's how that, okay, that's how this works. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. It took me a while to like get fully safe, feel fine in the game, and feel like I'm not just being overwhelmed with all of the information without question. Then it's also, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, so it's fucking ridiculously hard.
Yes. One trick, by the way, little quick difficulty segue. One thing this game does extensively is weaknesses. So like, for instance, I went up against a robot enemy today. My best gun was hitting it for 0 damage.
Yeah.
But then a pistol I hadn't been using most of the game, but just happened to be the right damage type, killed it in 6 hits.
Oh, okay.
So like it's I am learning how important that is to do all that. But no, you're absolutely right. Like this, I think one of the big complaints that I personally had, and that some people felt the same way, with Outer Worlds 1 was that it was very safe. It wasn't very deep. The characters were funny, but you could tell that they were there to elicit emotions and convey funny material. They weren't very immersive. They didn't feel like their own people. They didn't feel like, you didn't feel like you were talking to a person. You felt like you were talking to a caricature. And that's something they have just completely reversed in Outer Worlds 2. Now everyone feels like they're in that world. They have their own cares. They don't just say things to move the story or side quest forward. You can get entire checks for lore only. So like, if you read a random document in the world, when you talk to the guy that wrote that document, you can then say a special thing to him that will give you no quest progress, no reward of any kind, just more information on that character or more information about their motivations or their world. On top of that,
cool.
Dude, the voice acting in this is phenomenal. And the level of the writing, the vocabulary they use, the references that they make.
It's very verbose. Yeah.
Dude, this is a game made for adults. Like I would not have been able to play this game in my 20s and caught the same types of things that I'm getting from this game. The situations are more adult, the motivations are more adult. I got up to my first major like decision and was seriously like, shit. Like, they both have good points and they both kind of suck.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, like there is no good bad guy, good guy. Like,
I walked away from that decision, was like, I don't know, I got to go see what the world's about first.
Exactly. Yes. And it's so much better to feel that way in games where it's like, I don't know which one. And funny enough, it's interesting you say that, JP, because I kind of kept going. I got to a certain part about a certain side.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I can never support this.
Oh,
in
yeah.
any
Okay.
way. And I am now anti them. But without seeing that, like, you know, without being able to like immerse myself in the world and really like do that discovery, it didn't feel in any way like I was being led down a path. And that's the best part. Like, both the characters that present their sides do it from their own I'm the hero perspective.
Yeah.
So like, you're so used to like one guy being you could do it my way, twirl mustache and everyone will be fine. And then the other, well, you could do it my way and we'll save the you know, it's none of that. They're both like trying to convince you to do their side. And that makes for such a more interesting game.
Absolutely.
And and that's kind of how I felt the whole time. The writing and the way these characters function, including the new depth of pretty much every mechanic and the streamlining of many mechanics, has made Outer Worlds 2 so far in my time playing it one of my favorite games this year.
It took me a while. It was a slow burn, but I'm definitely on board with like, I think 11 or so hours played. My playthrough is very...
Dude, I heard the perk you got. You picked up the perk. Okay.
I know.
You picked
I'm
up
playing
the perk.
a content playthayrough. That's what I was about to say. I am playing
Can you tell us about that perk?
Yes.
The klepto one?
So the way that I actually, funny enough, there's one right on screen that was well timed and I did not mean that.
Yeah, perfect.
As you can see there, most players have the ability to hold escape if they don't want this flaw. But I took a flaw where you have to accept every flaw. And The game says, don't do this on your first playthrough because it will heavily impact your playthrough. And I was like, sure will. And so I hit accept. And so I think right now in the game I have 8 flaws that all have like varying things.
Oh my God.
Impacting the game. They do benefit, but like some of them
completely change the way you play the game in some cases.
Yeah, well,
completely.
they do 100%. Like when I walk into a building in a town and there's items laying about, there's a flaw called kleptomania, and it steals things that are in your reach, but you sell things for more money. And this happened
them without your permission.
Without your permission. So I just walk around, and if I see an NPC in the corner of a room and I see like items on either side, I have to ride a very thin line or the NPC will immediately like draw their gun, or I'll get a negative like faction
oh my God, dude.
hit or something because I steal right in front of them. So that's very much impacting the playthrough. There's one impacting. There's one where when I crouch, so like crouching is how you stealth. You go stealth basically, just like any other Obsidian, Skyrim, whatever. When I crouch, my knees are creaky. They go, and it alerts everyone within a 10 meter radius. So I like lose the initial stealth, so I have to stealth prior to finding people.
Because your knees are bad.
Because my knees are bad. Because I've constantly in the game done this and just gone up and down.
Hold on, here is exactly. Here is the best part about this system that I'm not sure if JP mentioned. Flaws only happen. They don't happen randomly.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Flaws happen once you've done a certain thing in the game enough times.
Yeah.
So it's like if you reload a bunch of times, you might get a perk where it's like, cool, your magazine size is 50% larger.
That's what
larger.
This is. Yeah.
But if you let your gun go all the way out to 0, oh, is that the one on the?
That's over-prepared. Yeah.
That's it. That's over-prepared. So like most of the time, you can kind of like tailor the flaws to your playthrough. Not do the bad ones. I can't believe you took the one that accepts every flaw. Well, there's a huge warning on it.
There's a very large warning. Don't take this on your first playthrough.
Don't do it.
Yeah, there's one. So I know about a bunch of flaws now that I'm purposefully playing in a way that I don't get the prompt to see them.
Oh, wow.
One of them is if you skip dialogue too much, the game will just automatically, the game will give you a timer in dialogue. And then if you don't pick something by the end of that timer being in the selection process, it'll automatically choose something. And so that was just like
benefit. Wait, what's the benefit to that one?
I think maybe there's like I don't actually know, but I think it's maybe reputation based or something.
Oh my God.
There's one, and this one I only know about because of TikTok. If you stare at the sun too long,
I heard about this.
It'll actually mess with the game's graphics to where everything is like much more vibrant and you can't see as well.
It's like HDR. It's like turning on HDR.
It's like turning HDR.
I love it.
There's a lot of those.
There's a ton of them.
And I guess going to be accepting every single one eventually because that's what that's what I chose.
Here's the thing. There's over I think there's like close to 90 of these things.
Yeah.
Your playthrough by the end of the
game be chaotic as hell.
Oh
man.
my God, dude. Yeah. Like it's gonna be insane. If you finish the game, I'll be impressed. I'm not kidding.
Well, dude,
they're a table somewhere.
Yeah, dude, I have one that lowers my max health by 25%.
I took that one.
I've had one that I have denied that was another 40% lower. Like you're just gonna have like
I might have that one
going to the last.
Oh, dude. I got to like the first big boss fight in the game, we'll say, and I was playing on the hardest difficulty. And after about 20 minutes of loading into the fight in like within 2 or 3 seconds dying, no matter what I did, I was like, I can't. I have to put this on like a lower difficulty, or I'm gonna have to reload the save and come back when I'm like, when I finish the island or something like that. Because it was just too difficult. I was just dying way too fast because I had like minus 60% HP or some shit, and like if because of this, if I use an entire magazine on someone, I would do 40% less damage. So I would have to like watch the magazine. So when there's one bullet left, I would have to reload it. And I couldn't like duck because then everyone in the room would know where I'm at because my knees creak. Like, it's an absurd way to play the game. But the fact that it's there is pretty awesome. Like I haven't experienced a game that has those type of negative flaws built into the game. A lot of times people will put like, self-imposed rules on their playthroughs. This game just built it in. And we're going to have, I think, the game director next week on the show. I'm so curious to know like how they did that. If that was done through QA being like, wouldn't it be awesome if when you ducked your knees made noise or something? Like, I don't know. I don't know how they did that. It's a very cool mechanical system.
I can just imagine the guy designing perks is sitting there like trying to think of his next one, and the director comes by and is like, let me crouch down and crack. Oh, see what you're working on. And the guy's just like, interesting.
They called up their grandpa and like they were like, all right, what bothers you right now?
Yeah.
Well, my back hurts from this. My eyes suck because I stared at the sun. Like my knees suck because
I'm old.
Everything. Everything's bad. Yeah.
Everything's bad.
So we will definitely talk about Outer Worlds 2 more next week.